Hello everyone. Let's understand what is data control language here. So this is basically done, this controlling things like access to any person on a databases or a table, things like that. So basically these things usually taken care by DBS, right? Database administrator, what we call. So they used to control these access issues, right? So the two things comes into a picture when we say controlling, right? So the first one is a grant, and the second one is revoke, right? So nothing complex here. Usually, as a user, as a developer, we rarely get into this grant and revoke. So depending upon your level in any organization, right? So your manager or your leads will decide which table access or which database access you should have. The reason is basically in any organization there are so many confidential data will be there, like a employee personal details or salary information like that. There are many confidential information will be stored in the database, or I would say any given table. So that's the reason they want to maintain that privacy. They don't want to disclose any personal information like a salary, a date of birth, or a phone number, or things like that. So that is the reason they will have this kind of a control language, which is a grant and a revoke. Database administrator will take care of these things, right? Based on the information given by your manager. So according it basically depends on your level, right? Someone suppose say that if everyone gets the access to all the database, right? So what they will do, they will go and someone can delete the data, right? So data will be lost. So that's the reason we have these things, right? What is grant? Grant, this will allow a person to work or update on any database, right? So suppose say that as a person, I don't have, I have joined to any organization, and I wanted to work on particular table, and I don't have access, right? So in that case, what I will do, I will raise a request to my manager saying that I don't have access to this table or this database. So can you please provide me access? Then he will send your request to the DBA, database administrator. Then in that particular project, whoever is the DBA, he will grant you access with some syntax. He can just write some syntax. So syntax goes like this: grant, right? So he is granting what? Insert access. He is granting privileges, right, for this insert. So you can go ahead and insert, right? So let's look into the syntax. Grant, insert, select on, select on this table, test underscore table to Shankar. So any name, right? So I'm granting access to a person Shankar, right, on this table, test underscore table, right? As a person, I'm getting access. The privileges will be given to me so that I can go ahead and insert a data into the table called test underscore table. So this is the syntax. Unfortunately, we cannot show you in the MySQL because it's a local one. So we are not restricting anything here. So, but otherwise the syntax follows just like this. And as a developer, you don't need to worry as a developer, right? You will not involved in this kind of a situation. And what is a revoke? This will remove the permission of a user on databases, right? So suppose say one person leaving the organization, and there are chances that before leaving, sometimes if he mess up a table or things like that. So as a precautionary measure, So they will revoke his access so that he cannot access the database for any reason. I just gave one example. For any reason, someone we felt that okay, that resource is not working good. His database skills are not good. He don't know the SQL syntax and all. He might mess up the database. He might mess up the records, right? So he might insert some duplicate records, maybe some unnecessary records. So for that, what I'm going to do as a DBA, I'm going to revoke his access, right? The syntax follows as like this: revoke, insert, select on test table from Shankar. So here to person, here from that person. So now onwards, he will not be able to do any inserts, right, on this particular table. So this way I can revoke his access, right? Yes, these are two things controlling basically language. So we call it as a DCL, data control language. Nothing much here to execute and show you. It's as simple as it is. And again, as a developer, you don't need to worry about the grant and revoke. You don't do that. DBS usually take care of this one. Yes, that's all in this video. Thank you for watching this video. Keep learning.